Out here, thankfully, hopefully.
Why? Are we good?
Yep.
Probably. Okay. I'm Garrett Lamkin. I'm running for HvZ admin. I feel that I'm qualified because I've always been a natural-born leader. I was in the Honor Society. I'm the Eagle Scout. I was drum major for 2 years. I'm already section leader here at Ball State in the marching band. Was a moderator for the last HvZ game. I participated in every game of HvZ I've been able to get my hands on, as well as every invitational. I go hard enough in invitationals that I broke my collarbone. So,
Good try, buddy.
not really planning on changing a lot of things. I'm gonna fix the blinker idea just a little bit. In that, I don't know if all the blinkers were told, but I don't think they were ever supposed to be able to make regular hand tag until they were shot. And I heard some ideas of people getting that, and I really don't want blinkers to screw with objective points, like breaking the boxes or accessing the stairs in the final night. So, yeah. Another thing was with some of the safety issues that happened with the parking garage mission. Just a minor solution is myself and maybe a couple of the mods are going to carry whistles on them.
Also,
Yes.
don't do it in South Parking Garage, do it in Sursa.
Sursa's better.
Sursa has tall walls.
Well, I wasn't planning on doing it at that parking garage at all. I was just referencing that there were safety issues at that one, and there have been safety issues in the past, not by anyone's fault, but, sorry Peter. But yeah, just myself and a couple moderators probably have whistles on them in case we need to do like an all-stop thing, because no one's gonna listen. If I'm like, stop, freaking out, no one's gonna give a shit.
And then you break both collarbones.
I will allow the whistle, maybe they'll listen to me. We'll see. Yes.
With the influence and pull that you have with the Ball State band, would it be possible to finally have the glorious revolution that would be having a live orchestra playing in the background during all hold points and objectives?
Considering the director pretty vehemently does not like HvZ.
Really?
No.
But what you're saying is, if you get to the people as individuals, then maybe.
You know what? Just for you, I'll ask around.
Cool.
See if I can.
How much better would that make a final night?
Or we could just go with the usual stereos on.
Sick.
Good choices, Spidey.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any break the mold missions in mind? You don't have to give like details about it. Do you have one or two maybe that you'd like to implement that may fail epically or may go really, really well?
I know Dustin and I were discussing the ideas of box forts being implemented, especially on the final night, just as a nice visual. Mostly what I toyed with moderating the last game were visual things, ways to really scare the humans but not actually get them killed. So it'll probably be a lot of things like that to be expected. Obviously the humans are going to die, that's half the fun of the game. But a lot of it's going to be just trying to scare you. Steven?
So going on that trying to scare us routine, I personally really enjoyed in the Peter game the SCP and or HvZ concept. It sounds like you're trying to do something like that, maybe a neutral third party.
Yeah, that's actually been discussed pretty thoroughly, especially on the final night, just implementing some monsters and things like that that probably wouldn't work for either side. They would just kill for killing's sake, just to make things a bit more fun.
Sounds interesting. Thank you.
I've asked this question to everyone who has gone so far. How would you make the game engaging and fun for the zombies?
Engaging and fun for the zombies would be, ideally, I don't want to have any missions that are designed specifically for keeping zombies away from humans. Now obviously an HvZ game has to be adaptable, and if a situation arises that there's too many kills and the game's going to end early, which is no fun for anybody, that's going to have to be put in place. But I'm also a big fan of ambushes. So like I'm an ambush zombie personally when I'm not NPCing as a shadow. So that would be a definite thing to be setting up. Yeah, I was a shadow, guys. In case
I thought we killed that guy.
You can't kill a shadow.
Did you not read the credits?
Frolicking.
Jules?
So, just from what I'm getting to you, you sound very pro-zombie. Are you going to still try and find a way to make things at least kind of balanced for the humans, or are you planning on having a very zombie-friendly game to the point that humans are, like any good Peter game, humans are just pretty much screwed from day one? Or even night zero.
While I am a bit pro-zombie, I do enjoy really messing with the psyche of the humans just because they're easier to manipulate. I mean, a human has that paranoia. I do intend on building a game where the humans have a chance of at least making it to the final night. My big idea with the final night is going to be, rather than a whole point. It's going to be more of get to a place and then fight your way out, kind of like how it was at the end of the atrium when there were only like 3 humans left and they were dead anyway. But yeah, that's the main idea of my night 5 will be, here's a place that's hard to get out, there's monsters, there's zombies, good luck, run away. Cam?
So this last game you NPC'd the Shadow, which was capable of hand-tagging, ambushing, and scaring the ever-loving fuck out of zombies, which was hilarious and awesome. Would your game include anything else like that?
As far as the Shadow is concerned, I ripped my morph suit, so I'd have to buy a new one. But more than likely, something like that would be included. Just like I said, the neutral third parties. There would be monsters that would be hiding in the dark. I would stealth zombies are always a good thing to put in the shadows, so that'll still be a thing. Dustin,
How are you gonna screw it up?
how am I gonna screw it up?
Yeah.
As far as being creative and organized, I lack. I am not the most organized person. My room is a mess. Sorry.
Yes, yes,
Spy
yes.
game.
It really is.
So to counter that, I plan on acquiring a mod staff that can make up for that, keep me organized.
What are your good qualities then? Because like those are the two qualities on opposite sides of each other. Organized and
qualities
creative.
are with this primary leadership. It's just I have always been in positions of leadership, especially through band and things like that. So I'll be able to keep meetings moving and running. Sarah?
How will you pick your mod staff?
My mod staff, I've talked to a few people already, but it'll be people that I know have experience and that have differing backgrounds. I've talked to scientific people, I've talked to artsy people. I would probably include the other candidates if I were to be selected because they obviously are ideas people and it'd be great to have as many people on hand as possible. Peter, I'm a little scared to ask.
So obviously you had to put up with a lot of shit as the last mod here, especially since I was so adamant to tell you guys stories and stuff to try to catch up on what you've missed. How much do you feel like you actually learned this semester?
I learned a lot as far as like running the game is concerned, the background things. I was very much a take everything on the surface player. I wanted to get myself lost in the story and not really look at the mechanics. So the big things I learned were looking at the mechanics, some of the like conflict avoidance, how to like get the humans and the zombies to act in the way you want them to do and building a mission to work with that, and then learning how adaptable an HvZ game is. I know we've built the same mission probably a dozen times and it still didn't play out the way we had planned on. So it'll be a lot of that. Reese?
How do you plan on making this game appeal to different people instead of just a bunch of nerdy guys running around with Nerf guns and crap?
That's not feeling different.
As far as making it appeal to different people, I'm going to try and build it off of the story off of something that's familiar, that a lot of people will recognize, that they can kind of attach to that. So that will hopefully...
I was thinking more like advertising, like
shit.
getting people to actually play the game. How do you make it more accessible?
I'm very involved in student media and actually have become pretty good friends with the sales directors for both Newslink and WCRD. So I would try and get a broadcast going through that with admin powers and my connections through that and networking and all that stuff I've gotten through being a journalist. Well,
I remember the first game I played was the Major Johnson game. There was a neutral third party that could kill both humans and zombies. I just absolutely hate anything that can kill either side, humans or zombies, that's unkillable or nigh unkillable. Would you incorporate those into your games or would you limit them?
I am very adamantly against invincible combat NPCs. So I will be including a neutral third party, but they will be stoppable. Like they'll probably just have a stun like a normal zombie would, just shorter. Or it'll be something like the shadow mechanic where you could easily stop them from getting kills as long as you were paying attention and had the proper equipment on you. So maybe something that could only be killed by socks or something of that nature. Jules?
2 questions. First one, since it was your first time modding for Peter's game, and we were both mods for that, and you just said that you kind of got a lot of your experience in this from that. Are you kind of going to follow more of the Peter way of running games, or do you think you're going to have a more unique personal style of your own?
It's definitely going to be built off the Peter style of running games, but it's going to have my own flair to it, I guess, for lack of a better word. Just because I don't want to copy Peter, I don't want to copy anybody, so I want to make this my own thing. I want to make it my baby and run it the way I see fit.
And number 2, as one mod to another for Peter, how much of an asshole is that guy, seriously?
I mean, the hair kind of makes up for it, to be honest. So I kind of ignore it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Who's this Peter guy that everyone keeps talking about?
Nick cut. Nick.
Sounds
Sounds like a
That was?
Of course